On Wednesday, we talked about how to find the GCF. The GCF is always going to be the first number and the last letter. But it's not just and, it's and or. And you'll know you have a GCF if I have given you a GCF line like we see right here. For now, you don't need to be able to identify that yourself. You just know that I will give you that line if there is a GCF you're dealing with. So the first number is 4. There is no letter at the end, so the GCF is just 4. On Wednesday, we were getting some of those questions, as some of you are working a little bit faster than others. But keep in mind, you don't have to have both a number and a letter. It can be just one or the other. So this is 4. I divide both numbers by 4, and so I'm left with u to the 4th minus 16. Now it wants us to factor, and I can factor this by taking the square root. So that would be u squared, and that would be 4. So that means that I have u squared plus 4 and u squared minus 4, and we just bring down that GCF. Remember, the GCF has to come along, but it doesn't get to play. So you don't need to do anything with it to get any of your answers other than make sure it's part of your answer. But notice that we have 3 parentheses down here for our final answer. So our GCF continues to just come straight down. And one of these two is a difference of squares. And remember, difference means it must be dealing with subtraction. And so I'm going to be able to take the square root and break down this one. The square root of u squared is u. The square root of 4 is 2. So we get u plus 2, u minus 2, and then my u squared plus 4 just comes down. The order you have your answer in doesn't make a difference, but you want to make sure that you have all your factors. And I will prompt you for now with the number of parentheses that you'll need, but you want to make sure that you are getting all of those filled in. The second problem, my GCF, once again, I have 4 at the front and nothing at the end, no letter. So that means that my GCF is just 4. Just chance that it happens to be the same number. That doesn't mean anything. So 4 goes on the outside, and I'm left over with x to the 4th minus 18x squared plus 81. So 81 in the top, negative 18 in the bottom. Factors of 81 that add up to negative 18 are negative 9 and negative 9. So I get x squared minus 9, x squared minus 9, and I bring down my 4. Now the reason that I have squared here is because I was to the 4th power. So you have to remember to make sure that you keep the proper exponent. Now notice that I have 4 parentheses down here. My GCF will still stay the same, so that 4 sticks around. And these are the same, and so I get x and 3. So x plus 3, x minus 3. And the same thing here, x and 3, x plus 3, x minus 3. I do not believe any more of our problems today are quite such a long answer, but I wanted to purposefully make sure I showed you one of these so you could see that you could possibly get numbers that would require you to expand everything all the way across. So these are from our notes that we have been working on Monday and Wednesday. If you have your notes packet, you're welcome to finish filling it out in there. It's the last page before the factoring sheet. If you do not have your notes packet, that's why I've included it here so that everybody is able to follow along. So GCF, it's always going to be the first number. Let's make sure we just highlight the number and the last variable. So that means I have 4v. Then that 4v stays up front, but I need to divide everything by 4v. So the tricky part here is remembering that you are going to divide your coefficients, and you're going to subtract your exponents. So that would look like there are ones here. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 3 minus 1 is 2. Negative 48 divided by 4 is negative 12, and v squared minus b to the first is just b to the first, and then 128 divided by 4 is 32, and that v goes away, so I just don't need to write it. So I'm left with 4v times v squared minus 12v plus 32. And that, inside the parentheses, is what I am using to factor for this second problem. So I'm putting the 32 in the top, negative 12 in the bottom, and I have negative 8 and negative 4. So my 4v, it comes along, doesn't get to play, just make sure it's always there. And I have v minus 8 and v minus 4. There is not a squared on this exponent, just stays to the first because my problem was just b squared. The next problem, I have just a GCF at the very front, so just that 6. So I can divide everything by 6. So I get 6, and I'm left over with x squared plus 13x plus 40. So I'm using that part in orange in order to factor. Factors of 40 that add up to 13 are going to be 8 and 5. So I have x plus 8 and x plus 5. Same thing with the squareds. I don't have x squared in my answer because I had x squared when I factored it. The next problem, I take out my GCF, which is 2x. So I'm going to divide everything by 2x. And I'm left with x to the 4th plus x squared minus 42. So I'm looking for factors of negative 42 that add up to 1. That'll be 7 and negative 6. And I do use the squared because I do have x to the 4th, so x squared plus 6, or plus 7, and x squared minus 6, and include that 2x GCF out front. Same type of thing happening on the first one. There's no number out front, so I'm just going to divide everything by x. So that means I am subtracting those exponents. So I'm going to have x times x to the 4th plus 8x squared minus 9. Negative 9 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and I have positive 9 and negative 1. So x squared plus 9, x squared minus 1, and it's going to have an x out front. Now, this is my fault. I forgot to include more parentheses because you can actually factor this one down further. And remember, I'm not going to require you to know that right off the bat at this point. I will be giving you that information. So this gives me x and 1. So my answer is going to keep the x times x squared plus 9, but then I have my difference of squares, x plus 1, x minus 1. So this was the practice that we started with on Wednesday. So I want you to take a minute, make sure you have this done. And so go ahead and pause the video, and when you have it done, then you can unpause the video and check your work. Let's check your answer to the top few. And then your answer to the bottom couple. So this practice did not have you having to break down anything any further. It was just practicing that GCF. The next practice you have, you're going to find the GCF, and then you will continue to factor. So let's go ahead and do that first one together. So I have 3, and then nothing at the end, so that means my GCF is just 3. So I will divide all of these numbers by 3, and this is a squared plus 8a minus 9. So negative 9 in the top, 8 in the bottom, and I get positive 9 and negative 1. The 3 from my GCF gets to hang out front. Remember, it doesn't get to play, but it's always there. And then I'm left with a plus 9 and a minus 1. We use a to the first, not a squared, because what we were factoring was a squared, so it's going to stay a to the first. Number 15 is a little bit different. At least it looks that way since it's missing an x. So I have 6x is my GCF. So I will divide everything by 6x. When I do, I get 6x times x squared minus 4. And then I can take this and break it down further. So I can take the square root of x squared, square root of 4. And so I would write that answer, x plus 4, x minus 4, and I want to make sure that I don't forget my 6x. I want you to work on finishing the rest of these now, and then you can check your work after you have worked them out. Remember, same way as your notes, this is a packet that you had received on Wednesday, but if you weren't here, or if you lost yours, then you have another copy at this point. All right, let's check our answers to 14 and 16. And then to 17 and 18. We'll do the same thing on the next practice assignment. Notice that these are u to the fourth, and so some of these are going to have, or x to the fourth, so some of these are going to have x squared as part of your factored answer. And they also don't all have a GCF. So if I don't give you that GCF line, then you are not going to have a GCF. So on 19, 20, and 21, there is no GCF until you get to number 22. So go ahead and pause the video, work them out, and then you can restart it and check your work. All right, so let's check our work to 19 and 20. '21 and 22. And 23 and 24. You have the answer key to the practice in case you need it. And then there are 2 practice assignments at the end. They have all the number of parentheses that you might need. They walk you through whether there's a GCF, and you have an answer bank, but you do not need to use all answers. And that is true for both sides. We will go over these last 2 worksheets on Monday, as well as answer any questions you may have about the notes that we have gone through today.